Halo, the Master Chief Collection, we're jumping into some multiplayer to show off the 120 FPS. So I've done this in a few of the different Halo games included in Halo MCC. If you're not familiar with the upgrade that we're seeing on Xbox Series X, it is indeed optimized, so we get a 4K resolution, 120 FPS, HDR support, and yeah, it looks absolutely wonderful. Just so that you are aware, I can't present 120 FPS because YouTube doesn't have 120 FPS supported, and I can't record at 120 FPS because there's not really anything out there that does it. And with that, it basically is the Xbox DVR system recording at 4K 60, but hopefully you can tell the increased fluidity and movement that is present due to this great optimization. So Halo 4 is actually one of the more impressive 120 FPS offerings that I've seen. So to me, this game really does look like a next-gen Halo from its release. And I say that in the sense that this was a very late 360 title. And you can tell with how well it holds up and the visual style and how good it looks, that this really was supposed to release on Xbox One. That actually was the thing back in the day, and they kind of moved it in onto the 360, and yeah, it was pretty good there. I mean, it was decently impressive visually at the time, but looking at it now, it's like, yeah, this is one gorgeous looking game. Just everything else aside, gameplay-wise, visually, it's stunning looking, and the way it moves, the fluidity of the 120 FPS, you just, like, you flow through the maps incredibly quickly. It's amazing. So you pair that extra, performance boost with how I play, and it's just kind of a wild improvement over my gameplay style. I'm able to hit those shots faster, I'm able to hit the targets quicker. It gives me that extra little bit of advantage, and it's a big deal. It feels like a massively different game going from, like, when I traditionally play this. Like, I play Halo MCC, like, typically every day. I try to get in an hour of it or so just for, casual game time between, like, reviewing and editing and everything like that, which is a lot of work. So I try to get in some Halo time, and yeah, I quite am aware of how these games run. I've seen it on the 1X where it's running beautifully, but to see it here on Series X at 120, it's just absolutely mind-blowing. It feels like an entirely different game. It's absolutely stunning, and it's just, again, like how you move, how you flow, when you get those shots going, everything is so precise in this one, and this one really does actually give you the option to hit those shots perfectly well. The 120 hertz, it's a big deal. It really is, and I'm trying to really get that across, how well this particular Halo uses it. I mean, the other Halos that I've played with it, it's way better. It's really is a big difference. But this one, there's just something about seeing the change that really is kind of mind-blowing, because to go from, I think it was like, what, 700p or something like that, 720p maybe back on 360 at 30 FPS to like a native 4K 120 FPS is just miraculous over a couple generations. I didn't think that this would ever be a thing. But as you can see, yeah, it just feels really great for getting those shots and for moving fast, and it's kind of like a super high twitchy level of play, I guess you could say, is factoring in here. It's just really impressive, and it makes it that much more fun to web through. And it's great that Halo 4 is finally starting to see, I think, some love from the community. I always quite enjoyed it. I mean, off the bat, I wasn't too happy with the balancing of, like, the DMR against the VR, but after they fixed that one up, I was very pleased with it, quite honestly. I did very much enjoy this Halo game. And I know a lot of people are, like, sort of mixed on it, but it seems like the community is a bit more friendly towards it at this point, with its entry into MCC kind of being the conclusion of that package. Really, I'm sure they'll keep updating this, but this makes sure that everything's available on the PC version, and that we get, the crossplay, and we have all the different matchmaking options and the input options for mouse and keyboard too, if you want to play it that way. It's just, it's really complete now. And I wanted to do this one because when I was playing with it at the high frame rate, I was like, this seems like something really fun to do, and people have been really actually quite responsive in regards to checking out the different multiplayer videos for the Halo title. So I'm like, I'm gonna do some more of them because it's fun. It's entertaining. I like playing it, and it's definitely worthwhile. I actually got some really great footage on this, so I didn't have to. Well, I kept all of the games that I played here. That's why it's a little bit longer than usual. I didn't really feel the need to remove any of the clips or anything like that. Just play the full matches through, and there's just 3 of them here, so you can actually see them in action. I think this is the one I win, maybe, and there might be some other surprises there. I don't want to spoil it in case you're rolling through them, but this is like the clearest win I have of these matches, just because we absolutely like dominate this from an objective and a kill standpoint. It's just absolutely amazing. Now, I kind of like, I remember when they were talking about adding the pit to, you know, Halo 4. I was like, it's a bit weird, and I still feel that now that it's too small of a map for the movement style, in my opinion here, because you just kind of like, it's very clearly meant for Halo 3, so the pacing is very, very good there, and then you get in Halo 4, and you just, like, you get across the map too quickly, if that makes sense. Like, it works. It's still fun to play. I still quite like it. And the small tweaks they made to letting you get around a little bit easier. But you get the sense of what I'm saying. It's like you literally dash across the map in a matter of mere seconds, and yeah, it just really changes up how the map feels, because I play this on Halo 3 all the time in matchmaking, so it's still, you know, fresh in the mind how that one sort of flows in the pacing. But yeah, just I think visually though, absolutely gorgeous. Oh wow, yeah, Halo 4, great looking game. I don't agree with the whole Spartan like simulation aspect that they did with the multiplayer. I think that was kind of stupid, but you know, aside from that, it really is a really good multiplayer. And I'm actually thinking about maybe, I don't know if people would be interested in wanting to do like the big team battle focus type 120 FPS in Halo, because it's just fun to play the multiplayer and sort of casually chat about it a bit. I find that really entertaining. And you know, if you are enjoying it, you know, comments, likes, and stuff like that, definitely let me know that that is the case in these types of matches. I think we're getting closer to the end here. We're up 3 flags. Yeah, those flag points, they add a lot to your score. It's always impressive trying to beat the objective players with kills and stuff and actually getting higher scores, because the flags is like 100 a flag, right? But I also do play the objective. I just find that I'm more, like, I'm better in terms of helping my team out if I am focusing less on objective play and objectives and just killing folks, which sounds awful, and I hate people that don't like play the objective and just get kills. But in my situation, I find the more I play the objectives, the less team support I have. So if I'm able to help the team kind of clear out the enemies, I figure that that is, you know, more helpful than anything at all. I mean, that guy I could have helped out by killing him a little bit faster, but it is what it is. But I hope you're kind of enjoying like the play and stuff like that. Yeah, playing horribly with the sniper. This sniper is like, I want to say like one of the easiest to use in the Halo series. It's very, very magnetic in terms of lining up those shots, but you know, it takes a bit of talent to kind of use. I just think like the Halo 3 and earlier one, the sniper is a little bit more, so it's not as friendly, but yeah. And it's also crazy that they've added in the fact that you could now like get more additional skins and stuff. I always found that kind of fascinating, because they've added the in-game, I don't know if it's like a battle pass, it's like a seasonal pass. And it doesn't cost anything. You earn it by, you know, completing tasks and stuff. But they've added new skins and like armor pieces and stuff for Halo 4, and I didn't think that would ever really happen. If you get what I mean, I didn't expect them to give this one more attention in that regard. So I think it's kind of cool that they did that for those that want it. But I'm also very happy with my class setup and the look of my Spartan and everything, because I used it back in the day, so I don't really need to adjust it unless they add some kind of crazy cool skin. Just sort of used to it. And I'm including the KD ratio at the end, so 28 and 13. That's pretty good, at least Halo-wise, I think, which is kind of great. So this map, I love this level. The flow of it, the design of the level, the backdrop is absolutely gorgeous. It's just a very, very well done map. I certainly did enjoy the vibes. It kind of reminds me of Longshore, if you remember that from Halo 3, but at the same time it's much cleaner, it's more of a futuristic type look, and it feels really natural for the Halo series, at least Halo 4 specifically, you know, aesthetically and the movement and everything like that. They really, with this game, had some cool I guess you could say UNSC type building setups, because you get a lot of that, like even the opening segment, everything like that, when you're going through the ship, and it's got like a very futuristic human look to it and future human like vibe. I really do like that, the style that they went with. It's very clean and natural, and at the same time feels, you know, futuristic to what I expect things would actually look like. I'm still trying to get that rocket there, and it did not work at all. We'll keep moving around. King of the Hill. Yes, I quite like my King of the Hill. It was weird when not this one, but Halo 5 actually I'm thinking about, where it like was missing so many classic objective modes at launch. That was weird. I'm actually surprised they haven't given that one more of a boost. I know it got its HDR, auto HDR, but you would think they'd be able to bump that up to 120 like FPS. It's just weird. Or throw it into the Chief Collection at some point. But we should be focusing on Halo 4, which I think just like, it's smooth, it's gorgeous. This looks fantastic. Oh, nice double kill there. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm really proficient in Halo. I'd probably be doing quite well, maybe even without the 120 Hz, but just the extra sort of, I guess you could say, advantage and stuff you get from it, it's undeniable. It certainly makes a big difference in how you play and how you interact in battle with others. It's kind of just wild how you're able to just flow across those places, and then, you know, you're getting shot at, you can react quickly, which you definitely need in this one, because you get shredded in seconds from the battle rifle. It's kind of actually like nasty how quickly you can die in this one. They just sort of took Halo and sped it up a ton and added like all these loadout things. I think they kind of work out for the gameplay well. It was a neat idea. I know they've moved away from that in favor of more all-around Spartan abilities. I mean, you look at Halo 5, you know, everybody sort of has that, whereas this one was more, you get these skills. Like I use, I think everybody gets it. I don't know if everyone gets it. I have an infinite sprint. I know that for sure, and if that's just like a built-in feature, you're crazy not for using it. And, or well, you're crazy if you don't use it. And then there's one that gives you an increased amount of ammo. I'm not even sure if people know about the like skills you can turn on, but yeah, the increased ammo is like a huge deal if you're picking up like a sniper or rocket launcher. Those extra shots make a big difference on the weapons. They really, really do. Just kind of neat. But yeah, I really love the look of my battle rifle because I've been using it in this one for absolutely years. And that's another thing that's just strange about like the older Halos, is having gun skins and stuff. Like, I don't mind them. I've entirely gotten used to them, but at the same time it feels strangely wrong. I don't know why, but there's just something unsettling about it. But it is nice that you just unlock it and then they're like adding new content. It's nothing crazy. I would actually really like them to try maybe adding new maps to the older games. I think that would be fun. Probably not worth it to them, but I mean, we do have Forge and stuff, so that's cool. They do need more Forge map support for multiplayer. There's a good selection, but they can do more with it. They really can just increase the player maps, or the map sizes even more, because, or the quantity of maps is what I'm trying to say. That ship in the background was crazy. Because I'm always looking for like new battlegrounds to play, and I've played all of these probably hundreds of times at this point. I know there's like well over 100 maps in Halo, or in Halo MCC, but I've just, you know, I play it so often that I've rolled through many of them. See, we're doing all right. Like, the team's not doing well. It's a close game. We're down by 30. It's actually very close. So my team's not like doing very well score-wise, and it doesn't seem like they're really killing or eliminating the opponents, which is not good. I remember this being an easier squad to face off against because that Betty character I kept shooting and killing a lot. Definitely helpful. But yeah, you can just like whip across the game so quickly in this, which is really nice. And it makes those like opening sections or seconds really make a difference in this one. Oh, that was a bad play there by me. I should have had that guy pretty easily. Oh yeah, the annoying projecting an extra character. See, that's a weird thing. So back in the day, it was not at all a big deal seeing the holograms or like invis in Halo, but on the newer displays and like the higher frame rates and everything like that, they blend in a lot more than they used to. I'm finding I get tracked on them a lot more, and I don't know if that's the extra twitching I'm doing while playing because I have the hertz and everything like that now, or what it is, but yeah, I find maybe it's more believable or something, but I just get like completely locked onto that. Particularly Invis, I have a harder time with now. Like you can see the line, but it's definitely a lot more blended into the environments, and I think that's due to the higher resolutions of play. It seems to make quite a big difference in that part of the game. I find that a little entertaining, at least, because I'm like, whoa, I barely even saw that guy in Invis, but back in the day it seemed like it was clearly outlined, and I think that's maybe just due to the lower reses that were at play at the time. But this one, again, like the little details of the Spart and everything like that, the higher resolutions just really make all of the grit and everything pop in this one. It's got such a nice look. And then, of course, like the far cleaner environments sort of look nice too, because it's not like a super overly clean, shiny, detailed world. It's still got a bit of like more of a nice, softer baked lighting and everything to it. It's quite amazing to see, actually. They did a really good job with this one, and it holds up so well. And I just hope that over time more people are fondly looking back at this one, or maybe giving it more of a whirl, because I think it got, from what I remember, a bit of a bad rap from people for no reason at all. It's a good Halo game. It is. It's well done. It's fun to play. Blazing fast. Ooh, should have had that guy there. It's embarrassing. And I do want to mention again, like, 120 hertz, it doesn't make you godlike, it doesn't make you invincible. It just gives you a significant edge in lining up your shots, setting up your, your attacks, which is so critical in this one, where the battle rifle, those shots to the head, they can vaporize people in seconds, but, if you don't have that extra reaction, you're at quite a bit of a disadvantage. And also, like, lining up the melees, too. I'm a lot less melee driven in comparison to other players that play this. I know it can be quite an advantage to get that hit in on this one and then get those shots, or that one shot if you're lucky enough with your coordination, but yeah, I more or less kind of go for the BR. I find it's more reliable in those situations, especially when you look at like Halo 2, where it's got like a bit of a fluttery effect is the best I could describe it, where you're basically, it locks on very poorly, so you get sent flying when you do like lunges and stuff. It's kind of hilarious, but yeah, I don't know, it's kind of fun. I think we're getting close to the end of this match, so wondering if we're actually going to be able to pull out a win here. I don't think so, though. It's definitely looking like a loss. The other team is just like a lot more driven towards holding that and actually being effective at killing them, because I can't kill everyone on the team. The rest of the teammates need to get over there and actually go on to the objective. Like, it seems like they're hovering away from it, like not really making any pushes. It's kind of nuts. It's like this time, the guy walking there, it just reminds me of this time I went to E3 to see Halo 5 Warzone before it, ahead of release, obviously, at E3. It was a preview thing. We were doing Warzone. There's these group of individuals I got, like, pinned with. So we were playing, like, the Rooster Teeth team, plus some other, I guess, influencers or something at the time. And I was playing with this group of executives that were, foreign from another country. I don't know specifically what one. I can't say for certain. But it's like they didn't know how to sprint, they didn't know how to, like, run or shoot or anything, and they were just kind of standing in the spawn, kind of shooting in circles, and I was like, oh. I was like, what are you guys doing? And trying to, like, give directions. I was like, come on. I don't think they understood me. This was very entertaining, but it is what it is. So here's the final match. I don't know if I really want to talk through it. I just like let you take it in, but I get some pretty cool kill streaks and stuff going in this one. Like, I mean, you don't get a kill streak, but you go on a kill streak in regards to killing a bunch of people in a row. I think I get, I don't want to spoil it in case you are jumping through or watching, but I think it's a bit of a rough start, and then I start rolling and stuff like that. I get some power weapons. It makes a big combative difference. And this map also is absolutely stunning. There's this one map I really, really love in Halo 4. I think it's one of my favorite all-time, like, Halo maps even. It's not this one. It's the one where there's, like, stars, and I can't quite think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it's kind of amazing looking, and, that one particularly shines. And I think I included it in my full review of, like, Halo 4 and MCC. Because I did a standalone for that. I did the Chief Collection review. And then I did a standalone Halo 4 review on Series X that's part of the Chief Collection. And then I'm doing this where I'm kind of focusing on the multiplayer of it, which I think is really quite good. I'm going to actually look that up. Haven is gorgeous as well, but Impact? Let me take a look at this. I actually got to zoom in here. No, definitely not that one. Just kind of got like a list of the maps. I'm kind of going through. Oh, it's Monolith. Should have known that one. Gorgeous map. Absolutely stunning level. Visually and everything like that with the fluidity. Whew. Amazing. But this one's lovely too. A lot of the maps are just gorgeous. Like you can say what you want about 343, the aesthetics, the art team, and everything like that. Ooh, they nail it. They absolutely nail it. Like, that is gorgeous looking. And anyways, enjoy the rest of it. Guy got not playing there, so that doesn't help at all either. And I hope you enjoyed the action of Halo 4's multiplayer. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely worthwhile. And hopefully you'll stick around to see me just absolutely mulch a bunch of people up, because it's kind of awesome and fun to do.
New hill available. Gain the hill. Taken. taken. Gained the hill. Enemy nearing victory. Hill taken. Hill lost.